Hey there, it is Board Game Gran here, and how are you doing? First up, a little bit of housekeeping about this video. I tried my super fancy headphones here that have a multitude of microphones in there to try and get better sound, and all I could hear in them was my heart like reverberating through them in my ears, and it was actually making me more anxious than I already was. So I apologize for the sound. I will work on that going forward. So this video is about a tweet I put out last week, and I asked for advice on this here YouTube channel, and the feedback and response was amazing. Thank you so much if you were one of those people who private messaged me or replied to that tweet. I really appreciate it. And as you can probably see, I have taken it all on board and am trying to fix the problems that came up. So I will say I have done videos before where I've been on camera, but for me it was sort of a roller coaster of being able to do them. So working myself up to do them, getting a really awful comment, and then just plunging back down and having to start all over again to try and get back up to where I felt comfortable. So that is why I am not on the videos on my channel. But as the feedback told me, and many of you said, being in the video as a content creator on YouTube is extremely important, even for board games. So I'm going to try from now on to do that, and we'll see how we go. So thank you to everyone once again. So something mortifying that came to my attention through one of the messages that I got was the fact that I don't mention my name in any of my videos. So I'm going to rectify that now and let you know my name is Angela. I don't know why I don't mention it. It certainly wasn't a conscious decision. I think I've probably just forgotten. Yeah, I've honestly, I've no idea. So it's Angela, and I will be mentioning that going forward, probably in a title or something, just so that people know my actual name as opposed to just Board Game Gran. Number two seemed to be that people thought my videos were too short. All the videos prior to this one, other than my Chit Speak episodes, which are my vlogs, are under 2 minutes long. I've taken that off my banner now, and I will work on maybe making them slightly longer. The reason that they were short is I worked in social media for quite a while, and shorter was better. People want a direct hit straight away. They're not interested in sitting watching. But I understand what people were saying about YouTube wants to keep people viewing, obviously, because ad revenue. Speaking of ads, someone else asked me, am I doing this for money? No, there are no ads on my channel, and that is not going to change regardless of the number of subscribers that I get. I'm just not interested. I'm interested in these things and getting these things out to people that perhaps don't know about them, or maybe do know about them like you probably do, and are just interested in other people's opinions on them. So if you watch my other videos, you're probably noticing something is missing, and that is the TV surround that I usually have, the vintage TV. I've taken that away because another thing people on Twitter mentioned was the real estate that takes up on the screen, and that the videos would be far better without it. Now, a few people love that little overlay, and I personally loved it as well. I thought it added to the sort of older aesthetic that I was going for. They're the TVs that I remember when I was younger, but we've gone flat screen now, so I hope you like the new overlay and that it shows more space when I'm showing games and things. So one of the other things that came out of the Twitter feedback was people like to get to know the person on YouTube. And the fact that I forgot to even tell you my name probably tells you that I'm a bit rubbish at that. So I'm going to take a couple of minutes now to let you know more about me so that we can get to know one another better than we previously had. So obviously I'm a grandmother, thus the name Board Game Gran. I've got two beautiful grandchildren that I adore, and more recently a little furry grandchild also. Now my grandson, who you're probably looking at here, is now more into electronic gaming and things than board games. He used to play with me a lot when he was little, and I used to absolutely love it. I still watch the videos now of us playing together because it just makes me smile. If people want me to upload all of his little reviews that he did when he was young, I am more than happy to do that if you think that that is a good fit for my channel. My granddaughter isn't a big board gamer. She will play Harbour games, and if I get sent a game for review that's a children's game, they will both play it. But as for these sorts of games that they used to play kidified versions of, they're interested in their iPad and their VR and their Switch and all that. Death to those things, says me who's a video gamer. So yeah, as well as being a grandparent, I'm also a parent, obviously, and wife to a lovely lady named Tracy, who puts up with all this and plays these games with me, despite not being a board gamer herself. That's what over 20 years together will do. So obviously I'm a massive board gamer. I love board games. I love getting them, opening them, punching them. You're probably like me. If you're watching my channel, I assume that, yeah, we're the same. But aside from board games, I also love video games. I've been a video gamer since the original Atari came out. And I sort of leapt from Atari to those early consoles over to the Commodore Amiga and the Commodore 64. So I had the 64, then the 128, then the Commodore Amiga, the 1000. If it was a Commodore computer, I probably owned it at some point, and the peripherals as well. I even had a CD32. Look that one up, kids. But these days, obviously, it's all about Xbox and PlayStation and Switch, and yes, I've got those as well. And obviously, I love VR, so my Oculus Quest is like, I just love that thing to pieces. And there's a few board games on there as well. I was playing Tsuro on there last week or the week before. So that's me. I'm also a sci-fi nerd. So if you want to ever chat sci-fi or any sort of nerdy TV, hit me up in the comments and I am more than happy to make a video just to waffle about those things because I love them so much. Now, as for other tabletop games other than board games, I was the first girl to join my local tabletop role-playing group. That would have been in the early 80s, maybe 83. And I was the only woman in that group for many years, and what a ball we had. Some great memories there, and I've still got my original first edition AD&D, I've got my first edition Call of Cthulhu, all of the James Bond role-playing games, all of my vintage Traveller I have still got, all the old stuff. My wife, on the other hand, collects a Vampire the Masquerade and has, I think, everything for that ever released, even the board game that they released way back. At the moment we're playing Vampire Heritage, which is a new legacy game based on that universe. Right, I feel like my cheeks are getting hotter and I feel like I'm waffling absolute garbage, so I will finish with a little bit of board game stuff because this is a Chit Speak episode and that is usually somehow board game related. So this week you can see over here, I just finished this guy earlier, which is why he's on the table, the Plague Doctor display meeple. And over there in shot, hopefully, I'm not sure, Point Salad I've been playing, Canvas I've been playing, the aforementioned Vampire Heritage, and I think this week I also played Horrified, Istanbul, and Llama the Card Game. That is a great little game. If you've got a family that aren't into board games and you want to get a little game to the table, try that one. That's it. I think I've covered everything. Most important thing was to say thank you to everyone on Twitter who replied to that pathetic tweet, and all of the DMs that I got as well with amazing advice there for my channel. As you can see, I hope I have taken all on board, and we'll see how we go going forward. If you don't like me being in the videos, that's fine. You can let me know. I'm certainly more comfortable out of them, but I do want to try to get to know you guys better, and I realize that that is much easier when you can see the person who's talking to you. I think that's everything. I think I've covered everything, and I guess I will see you, and you may well see me in my next video. Thank you so much for coming along on this mad journey with me, and we will be speaking board gaming soon. Take care of yourself.